Hi guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. So we're gonna try to get through this video without any interruptions. Hopefully. I was like, it seems like every time I do a video, there's always some kind of interruption. I'm renting this house out here in South LA, and my landlord, which is a black couple, more power to black couple, black love and all, but they live right next door in a house next door. And sometimes they come over to check on your girl and all that good stuff. So hopefully I can make it through this video without any interruptions. But how y'all doing, by the way? How y'all doing? Today has finally come, and y'all probably can see like your girl looking kind of sleepish. Well, I kind of just woke up maybe like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, and I decided to go ahead and do this video, this Q&A video, actually yesterday, because I always get tons of questions from you guys on different things, random shit that y'all be asking me left and right. And honestly, I don't respond to my inbox messages. I just, unless it's like really urgent, really important, like I don't usually respond because I get a lot of inbox messages on Facebook, on my Gmail account. So I figure I will take some time to do this live Q&A with you guys and answer any question that you guys have. Now, for you guys who are watching live, you guys are lucky because you get to drop your questions below here in this video. But I did take a list of you guys' questions. I went through my inbox. This is what I did this morning. So I went through my inbox messages and I picked out the questions that were most commonly asked. And I made a list, and I'm going to address those questions here in this video. Like I said, for you guys who are watching it live, you guys have a special treat because you guys can kind of ask in vivo questions right here in this video, on this live feed. So if you have any questions that you ever wanted to ask me, now is your time. I don't do this often. I probably do it like once a year, maybe once every 2 years. So take advantage of it while you guys can. Drop your questions below. Meanwhile, you guys, like, I know you guys see I've been looking kind of to my left, but I am going to color my hair. I'm excited because I don't color my hair that often. You guys can see like my roots have come in, and of course my natural hair color is black. So I got this 2 boxes actually of hair dye the other day by Revlon, and I'm just gonna go right into it. I'm gonna multitask while I'm doing this because your girl got shit to do. So this is gonna be a fun video. I kind of like doing Q&As because I finally get to address the things that you guys always want to know, and I just haven't really had a chance to answer you guys' questions. Now, I am going to use gloves this time. I don't normally use gloves, but I did get my nails done the other day. I'm going to use some gloves to protect my skin. I don't want to be walking around with blue fingers. So, this is going to be fun. I had this crazy dream last night, y'all. Like, it's weird. The other night I dreamed that your girl was in group supervision at the hospital, and I was throwing up big time because I was pregnant. And then the dream I had last night, I actually delivered a baby in the dream. Like, I was on my knees and like the baby just came out my vagina, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I did it. I'm a mother finally. But it was only a dream. I woke up, I was like, oh, it's just a dream. So I gotta read the instructions to make sure that I'm doing this thing right here. Okay, pour all ammonia-free colorant into the cream color developer. Put this in this. This goes in this. You guys kind of getting a 2-for-1 special. You're getting a live Q&A and you're getting a coloring hair demonstration. So y'all are lucky. I need some scissors. Let's see. How is this going to work? Damn, do I have freaking scissors? I don't think I have scissors. I might have to just use this freaking knife here. You gotta improvise, guys. Improvise. I'm not good with knives either. How long into the lock journey would you recommend waiting before coloring? Oh, that's a good question. So, I had my locks since 2004, I think. No, that's a lie. 2005, I had my locks, so that's been like 14 years. And I think I did wait because the thing about when you're starting new locks, you have to give them time to lock. Some people are like really anxious about wanting to do different styles with their locks, but they gotta become locks first. And the time that it takes for locks to actually form varies depending on the hair texture of the person. So my hair texture is kind of soft, curly. Um, it can get rough at times, like if I don't do anything to it. But naturally, like it's kind of like soft and curly. So mine, I'm trying to remember how long did my hair take. I know it took several months. It took a while for it actually to lock and take the form of a lock. You know, it takes a while. So you can't do anything to it. They recommend you don't wash your hair, don't comb it. Obviously, you don't want to do anything that's going to pull the lock, the however you start your lock. Like for me, I started mine 2-strand twist. I did mine myself actually. You don't want to take it out, so you can't comb it. You don't just do anything to it. Just let it be. Just let it be. Let it grow, and that's how it locks. And yeah, several months, probably like, I don't know, 6 months to a year for it to really lock. Y'all pray for me. I'm about to try to cut this freaking thing off here. And I'm not good with knives. I know there's some scissors here somewhere. This is not going to work. Okay. Let me see, can I find some scissors, guys? Scissors! There are scissors. There's some scissors in here somewhere. Yeah, give me a minute, guys. I'm looking for scissors. Okay. Let me see. I might have to use a sharper knife to cut this tip off. Give me a second. Did it! I did it, guys. I cut it off. I did it. But yeah, so it really just depends on your hair texture. Alright, so I did that. You can tell I don't do this often. Pour this in here, replace color developer bottle applicator cap, place glove finger over, and then shake. So what is this? After color conditioner. Oh, so that seems pretty simple. Simple, easy peasy. Okay. Let's do this. And shake. Shake vigorously. Alrighty then. But yeah, I hope that answered your question, Marie, because you don't want to do anything to your hair in the initial stages. You want to wait till it actually locks, and then you can color it. For me, I don't have to worry about that because my hair has been colored for some time now. I get asked questions about my hair a lot. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. I get asked a lot, where am I from? And I could have sworn that I had it posted on my page, but maybe it's not posted on my page. So I am from this place in Florida called Jacksonville. It's in Northeast Florida. That's where I was born and raised. And let's see, I'm 35. Yeah, that's where I spent most of my life. But then I left Jacksonville, Florida, 2011, and I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I lived in Atlanta for 3 years before moving to New York. in 2014. And then I lived in New York for a couple years. And then I moved to LA in 2016. So I kind of been bouncing around, checking out the scene, you know, doing me. They have so much words on here. Like, is this necessary? Okay. So, let's do this. Let's do this. Maybe I should mix both of them up at the same time in the beginning. Because I know I got 2 boxes. 2 boxes. Because I got a lot of hair. 1 box definitely ain't going to be enough. I know my hair. And I'm actually going to just do like certain parts of it. I'm not going to do the entire head. Just certain parts of my head. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. I know it's not going to be like that color. Because I'm not going from blonde to this color. I'm going from dark brown black to this color. So it's going to be more of the darkish auburn. But let's just get right into it. But yeah, that dream I had last night, I was just like, wow. Because I delivered a full baby in the dream. And I was just like, huh, it didn't hurt. I'm like, this is not how they said birth was. This isn't how they said birth is supposed to be. The delivery is supposed to hurt. I want to feel the delivery. How, Jadi? So we're doing the live Q&A. If you have any question that you want to ask, any question. Now, I'm going to use some discretion with some of y'all, because some of y'all be going in asking some stuff that you ain't got no business asking. But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to try to keep it mature. This is a mature video, mature audience. So we're going to do it pretty mature. And let's just get into it. All right. People ask me that too. Is this my natural hair? Is this the hair that grew out of my head? Because I know some people, they have fake dreads, but this is all me, you guys. I started my dreads back in 2005. It's 2019. We're talking about 14 years of hair growth. This all me. I mean, can't you tell? There's no weave up in here, y'all. I be trying to show y'all, like, this is all me. It's possible that people can have long hair. Sometimes people are just so fascinated. So let me see. I think what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to section it off. It's probably the easiest. Take this shit off first. See, I don't like to use gloves. I usually just get my hands dirty and go with the flow. And I'm just like, it is what it is. But y'all, this permanent dye be sticking. I did that one time and I had red hands for like, I had red hands for a couple weeks. And I actually was working at my previous practicum site out here in Inglewood, y'all. And it don't look right if your therapist comes to therapy. After the therapy session with red hands. The clients be like, what you been doing? Oh, just coloring my hair. Y'all see that gray? Now, I actually thought about dyeing my hair gray. I was just like, should I dye it? But hell no. In due time, my hair will be gray all over. I have a full head of gray hair. No need to rush it, right? I actually washed my hair a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm just going to section it out. And then I am going to dye the different sections. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do my full entire head, because that would take a lot of hair color. But, so that was the first question. I get asked that a lot, like, where am I from? I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. Will I ever move back? I don't know. I don't know. Possibly, but chances are slim that I'll move back to FLA. I visit though. My people still live down there. All right. Another question I get asked a lot is, when am I coming back to New York? Am I planning to cut my hair sometime? I trim it. I actually might trim it when I finish coloring it today. I trim my hair, you know, try to make it even. Cut off the split ends, but cut it? Like cut the dreads completely off? Nah, that ain't happening. No, I think I've become too attached with my hair. I love it so much, and it's just become part of who I am that I would never cut my dreads off. I thought about it though. Sometimes I have moments where I'm like, should I just cut it off and just start all over and just go natural, like naturally bald? But nah, I think I probably would have regrets if I cut it, and I don't want to have any regrets, so I'm not cutting. I should have got rubber bands. Y'all see how my hair coming out? Okay, let me go grab. See, I ain't come prepared to this video. I should have my rubber bands. Alrighty then. Because I gotta separate it. I gotta get organized. I'm coloring this stuff up here. Alright. My next question. When are you coming back to New York? A lot of my New York friends be asking me that. Because I got some friends in New York that I hang out with when I go. And honestly, okay, we're in June. We're facing July. I actually plan to come in July or August. I'm just gonna do this. I ain't trying to do it too fancy because I'm about to take it out anyway. So I ain't platinum real fancy or nothing. I'm just doing this just to separate my hair so that I can get ready to dye it. Oh, you're jumping ahead. That's a question I also get asked often. Have I been to any African countries before? If yes, name them. If no, name the African country you would like to visit. That's a really good specific question. So I have not left the U.S., guys. And some people try to make me feel shame for never leaving the country. But I'm like, y'all, I was born and raised in the greatest country in the entire world, which is America. I mean, I hate to put it out there like that, but I mean, a lot of people come to America. Like, America is one of the most visited countries, if not the most visited, the most immigrated to country in the entire world. So it is a financial center. Like, it is what it is, you know. So I feel like America has everything like the rest of the world has. You know, a lot of people from all over the world come here. America is very diverse. It's just always been that country, you know. And I think growing up, I felt like I don't have any reason to leave because I can see whatever it is in the world to see and experience. I can do that right here in America. I mean, in terms of like the food, like if you want Italian food, you get that right here in America. Like anything, Caribbean food, like whatever kind of flavor, whatever kind of cultural experience you want to have, you can get that right here in America. Especially if you go to New York City, like that is the place. That is the salad bowl of all cultures. You name it. So that part, and then I think maybe I can admit there's probably have been some fear previously about, okay, what about safety going to another country, you know, because I get like people are very comfortable like in their own domain, right? And so, you know, America, this is home. I don't know about other countries, but now that I've gotten older, that was like how I thought like when I was a lot younger, like young. But I mean, I'm much older now, and I've done a lot of research on countries in Africa, and I always said like when I do leave, I got my passport by the way in February this year for the very first time. I didn't made a video on it. I was so excited, so happy, y'all, just lit. And I said that yeah, Africa is the first place I'm going to outside of the U.S. when I do begin to travel, and I actually plan to do that this year. Like that's the plan. That is the plan. I'm more of a spontaneous person. A lot of times I don't make plans. I just do stuff. Yeah, I just do stuff. No planning. Just pop up and do it. But I mean, I realize you save money when you book flight tickets in advance. But I'm the kind of person I'll wake up and be like, dang, I don't want to just go somewhere. Let me just go to Africa. What countries? Good question. I mean, I think I would probably think it makes sense for a lot of African Americans to start in West Africa. I mean, that's where we were shipped from. That's where we came from. West Africa. So yeah, I will have to start there. Go like Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal. Those are places I would want to go to first in Africa, and then make my way all around the continent. East. I want to go to East Africa too. It's just I feel like something about the East. It feels like there's more tribal, and I like the more indigenous cultures of Africa. I don't like the more westernized cultures, the more advanced. Like obviously there has been colonization in Africa, and a lot of African countries they want to be like European style. They want to live like Americans, and I don't like that. I don't want to go way over there, all those thousands of miles, just to see people and experience a culture that look just like freaking America. That ain't what I want. I want to go see the village. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some different stuff. That's what it's about. Okay. What'd you say? But you are more African. People come to America to kill their ego, not because America is the best. To kill what ego? You say people come to America to kill their ego. I'm confused by that. West Africa to the world. Nigeria, the giant of Africa. No, people come to America because they think America is the best. I have a lot of African friends. This is what you guys feel to realize. Like, I'm very connected with the entire world, but definitely like Africans, Native Africans. I have lots and lots of African friends from all over the continent of Africa. And I mean, obviously as a researcher, like I like to ask questions. I like to see what people think, right? How people think. And that's what Africans say. I mean, it's apparent though. There's no freaking mystery. There's no surprise. Not just Africans, but people all over the world. They come to America because they have been disillusioned by this fallacy, this dream, the American dream, that America is just this place of opportunity, which it can be. But a lot of people, Africans, we're talking about Africans, right? Come to America and they have a wake up call. Like, I was talking to one recently that he was so disheartened and disappointed of how I mean, I think he says it best. He's from Nigeria. The way he put it, he says it best. But basically, America is not what he thought it was. He thought he was going to have all these opportunities, like literally falling out the sky. Things are just going to, everything fall into place for him and things just work out. But it did not turn out that way for him. And he's struggling. A lot of, like, this is a story that they don't want y'all to know. I mean, yes, we hear stories like Nigerians are the most educated minority group in America. They're the most successful minority. We hear like the positive stuff sometimes, but what y'all don't get to know and hear are the dark stories. Like that's not really publicized in mainstream media. But I get to hear it because I talk to these people. They talk to me and they tell me like, they struggling. I see the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm friends with these people. Not only in LA, New York, DC, like all over. They struggling, man. I think it's more of a culture shock, because there are differences in African culture compared to American culture. We are an individualistic society, a capitalistic society. where money is valued more than relationships and people. Africans aren't necessarily used to that. Not just Africans, but people from across the world. They ain't used to that. You know, they used to the collectivism, looking out for each other, working together, you know, like helping each other out. And motherfuckers in America will see your ass struggling. They don't care. It's like very competitive. They don't care. They'll see you struggling. You struggle by yourself. They look over you. You know, like people can see you literally dying and just walk right past your ass. Like they don't care. That's the truth. Y'all need to know the truth when y'all come over here. You know, I know sometimes they show y'all like the violence and stuff, right? So y'all come thinking that it's just the most dangerous place. Not necessarily. America is pretty safe. I mean, you got 911 and they respond pretty quickly. I mean, 911 can't save you from everything, but I mean, when you compare like the level of safety in America compared to other countries, like, yeah, it might be crime over here, but you pretty safe. Even in the so-called most dangerous neighborhoods. Like, for example, I live in South LA. It's supposed to be a little Crip neighborhood. This shit pretty safe. It's quiet. People sleep at night. People work. Like, dude, it ain't that fucking bad. But yes, America, like Tony says, is a beast. Like you can shit be struggling, right? Your own family members will see your ass struggling, and they just like, we ain't helping your ass. Like you better go get a job. You better go. You're like, they don't care. You know, you can be fucking hungry as fuck. They might give you a piece of bread, but they gonna still shame you. They gonna still be like, if you don't get your tired ass up and go work. You know, so that's just how it is. Like, whereas in Africa, no, they probably ain't shaming people just because they struggling or falling behind. I think I got all my pieces separated, so it's time to do the fun part. That's just what it is, you know. So it's hard, man. I know y'all don't want to be hearing the truth put like that, but that's what it is. If you need a place to stay, right? Let's say you're an immigrant. You come from Africa. You come from wherever you in Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, and you like, I want to come to America. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to, start from the ground up, work really hard, and be successful, right? But you need some help because you ain't come over here with a bank account full of money. You might have just enough to kind of make it maybe first several months that you're here, but you're having a difficult time. And you would think, okay, you can find, let's say, other Africans or even African Americans, link up with them, maybe make friends with them. If they already have a place to stay, maybe you can work a deal out where you can stay with them. They're going to charge your ass. And they're going to charge you market rate. Like the price that they would charge a stranger to stay with them. That's what they would charge you to stay with them, even if you're their friend. Like, money is valued more than friendships here. It's sad, but it's true. So I just had to put that out there. Okay, so I'm dyeing my hair. I'm kind of doing multitask, 2 things at once. I'm dyeing my hair. Let me get to it. I like to start with the front first. Let me do this. See, I get distracted because, I'm very passionate about immigration and international issues and stuff. So I can get lost in the sauce talking about stuff like that. But that's true, man. I care about my people. I care about Africans coming over here. And we do need to look out for each other because we're all one. It would be nice if African Americans set up this program where we hosted African shit for free. But y'all gotta look out for us too, man. Y'all can't be coming over here using our resources and just be like, all right, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like after y'all make it and get y'all coins and shit, y'all just be like, all right, peace out. Forget who helped your ass. And even symbolically speaking, when you think of, historically speaking, African Americans have struggled. We fought for certain rights and privileges just so that we can exist, number one, in this country. But not only that, other Africans can come over here and make it too. They don't rarely pay us tribute to how we fought. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they get it. Nice. I know it's good to hustle here in Nigeria and get rich, then go to America for a visit. Believe me, America is not that good to me. That's fine. I know America isn't good to a lot of people. I mean, honestly, I've heard also other stories from people that were like, you know what, I'd rather live in my own country because it's hard. First of all, America is expensive as fuck to live in. You know what I'm saying? It's in a very expensive place. It's tough. It's one of the toughest places to live in the world, man. You gotta have money to live here. Yes, you gotta have money to live in Nigeria, but the cost is cheaper to live in Nigeria. You know, I think a lot of people are turned off by the news, the violence in America. I like color. I mean, I'm a natural woman, right? But I'm artistic too, so I like to color my hair and do different things to it like that. And that's what I'm doing now. Racism. Racism is very prevalent here. But that's the thing. It's funny because when we talk about race, a lot of people look at Africans and African Americans as two different races. Somebody asked me that the other day, talking about will I date outside my race? And they speaking about African and African Americans as if it's two different races. I'm like, dude, that's one race. It's different cultures, but it's still one race. That's how I see it. If we all can just see it like that, we can make things happen. But we don't see African and African American as one race. We see it as two separate races. It is two separate nationalities. It's two separate cultures, but it's one race, man. We got the same blood. How do we cope with racism? Fight. I think we have the fight in us. As African people, Africans, we're some strong people, man. Don't get me wrong. I may talk great things about, yes, America, this and that, but the Africa in us is what's keeping us alive, man. We're some strong people. It goes deep. The spirit within us, the African spirit. People like to talk about the human spirit, but no, the African spirit, man. The human spirit, yes, is made for people to survive, but you got so many people killing themselves too. I think it's weird how like the color here, it looks like purple, but it's gonna come out like auburn looking. I think in times of adversity, that's when we stick together. When we are faced with adversity from people from other races, that's when black people come together. That's how we cope. Check the history book. You'll see. I mean, it's not to say we're just divided as a race. We still come together. Black people know what's up. We know that we need each other to survive, but when you look at the native spirit within us, African spirit, the spirit that is wired to bring us together and that tells us that we are interdependent upon each other, it's like that spirit, we have this like internal struggle, right? So it's like the African spirit in us is fighting to unite us and have us work together and live together. But then there is this overarching theme in our society that tells us that we should be, against each other. This whole idea about being an individualistic society. And that's the crazy thing. It's like, okay, yes, they say, okay, America is like an individualist society. But when you look at, take a close look at European cultures, right? White people in America, they work together. So they want to promote individualism, right? But behind closed doors and even fucking in front of your goddamn face, what they doing? They work. I see this. I see how it works. Like they can be, you can have white people working on the same job together. They gonna look out for each other. They gonna make sure the next person have. That's how it should be. Without even asking, they just be like, "Here you go. I thought about you, Becky. I brought you some coffee for breakfast this morning." You know, little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not even asking. Oh, Becky, you want some coffee? They just bring, you know, they other people what they know they want. Looking out for them like that. You know what I'm saying? Giving them a heads up. We gotta do that more. I feel like we do it, but we gotta do more. You know, more of that. So I figured what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put like one coat of it, and I'm gonna go back with the other box and do another coat. All right, on to the next one. Oh wait, yeah, I'm just on question number 2. Okay, so I was talking about going back to New York, and yeah, visiting. I plan to do that like next month, maybe July or August. Yeah, these chemicals, man. I feel like my eyes are kind of burning because this stuff is close to my eyes. That's why I don't do this often. You can't do this shit regularly. And that's the reason, another reason why I stepped away from the perm, because perms kill you. Now, perms are way worse than color, though. Both are chemicals, but them perms, motherfuckers' hair be falling out with those perms. So, yeah, I plan to go back to New York to visit. I'm in between New York and LA from now until spring 2020. I'll finish my classes. I'll be kind of going back and forth, and I plan to go there like next month or in August. Again, also in December, January. I'll be going there for business actually in December and January. This is like guck. Gooey. Because I gotta secure my internship. I'm looking forward to it. New York is my home. I'm definitely going back. That is a place to be. It's funny because I haven't really told you guys this, but people ask me this too all the time. Are you single? Are you dating anyone? I try to keep that secret. I mean, y'all know I'm dating. Of course I'm dating, but who I'm dating, I don't really like to talk about it. I be coming on here storytelling with you guys. Making up stuff sometimes. But nah. Most of the stuff I share with y'all is real. Yeah, they give you like a little bit of bottle. I think I'm like almost done with this. I still gotta do the back. Really, what really matters is the front though. The back really don't matter, right? Just the front. Who's tuning in? But my friend actually, he don't want me to move to New York. It's like, you gonna stay your ass here? Cause I'm here, and so you gonna be here. I'm just like, oh really? Oh really? Nah, but he was like, he honest. He was like, you know what? You wanted to move back to New York before you met me, so if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I was like, but if we're gonna be in love and we building and we serious, then I have to figure it out. But you know, I don't know. It's hard trying to strike a balance between career and love. It's hard. It's not easy, y'all. Ooh, if I get this shit in my eye. Yeah, see, who been timing it? What time did I start? I think I started at 9. But yeah, that answers that question. For my New York friends, I'm always going to be back and forth between LA and New York. So don't worry. And when When I'm in New York, you guys usually know because I'm a vlogger, obviously. So I go live, I make videos and vlogs. I have a lot of work to do in New York. Things I gotta make happen. A lot of things underway. Y'all will see. Y'all will see. New York has a lot to offer. It's like a lot of people are trying to move away from New York. I'm not though. When I stepped away from New York in 2016, that was only for me to come out here and work on my PhD. I always had plans on moving back. Most of my stuff is in New York still. Like, honestly, my clothes. I have so much stuff in New York, y'all. I got more stuff in New York than I have out here in LA. So I gotta go back because my shit is there. I have unfinished business there. All right, next question. So somebody sent this to me. This message actually is pretty recent, but I get access like all the time too. Mainly through YouTube. People be wanting to know this. So she says, have you ever thought about becoming an influencer? And I'm like, dude, I am an influencer. But she's talking in a sense of like partnerships and getting paid to do promotions. And I get asked that a lot. But let me tell y'all something. This is what people, I think, you can tell real business people and people that just started out, or I don't know, they confused, they don't know what the hell they doing. But this is a word for a lot of people, right? Because I get access a lot. People want to like do business or network, right? Do partnerships, promotions, and I don't have a problem with that. But you gotta speak the right language. Hello, this is business. People don't be talking the right language, number one. You gotta have the right approach. Cause you have to consider like when a person is an influencer or they have a following, right? That they get a lot of messages. So when you contact them, you have to be cognizant of the fact that considering they get a lot of messages, how can you reach them? How can you connect with them? How can you stand out? That's your goal, right? Because you want a response from them. You want to do business with them. You want them to promote your product or your service. Fine. I'm okay with that, right? I mean, I am a promoter in a sense, you know. With my organization, I founded Ubawa. I promote self-published authors. So I got promotion down pat. That's easy. But you gotta stand out. And the issue with, when I come across these emails, right, and these proposals from people, supposed proposals, right, they ain't talking about shit. I'm just like, they don't give me a reason to want to respond. They just like, oh, I have this idea. You can do this, you can do that. And sometimes it don't even sound legit. I need something that look official and that sounds legit. I have gotten contacted by companies and different people who want to collaborate and do business, but you got to put it out there. You can't just be like, oh, I'm wondering, would you like to work together? Work together to do what? Like, in your first email, you ain't got to, like, give all the details, but it helps if you're very kind of specific. Like, just get straight to the point. That's the kind of person I am. Like, dude, why are you messaging me? I get people messaging me, and they be like, oh, can I ask you a question? Dude, that shit is so annoying. In their first, can I ask you a dude, you just asked me a question. Like, if you got something you want to say, just say it. Like, just come right out and say it. Don't waste my time, number one. That to me is annoying as shit. Come right out and say it. Whatever it is you want to know. Don't be sitting up here wasting my goddamn on time. And so, yeah, I ignore a lot of messages. I'm just like, this person is obviously just wasting my time. Can I ask you a question? Okay, I gotta mix up the other bottle because I'm running low on this one. sometimes it depends on my patience level. Something like the other day, I had a little bit more patience. So I was just like, regarding, she was like, I asked you a question regarding, and then they went right into it and asked me a question. It was related to like copyright law, related to my nonprofit that I manage. But I'm just like, come on, dude, don't waste my time. So yes, I thought about it, but at the same time, I like control, and you gotta put the details out there, so that way I can make a decision. Don't be sitting up here trying to like show me the perks, like, oh, you can make up to $1,000 a day, or dude, you can't swindle me. You can't hustle a hustler. Please come correct when you come to me. I see through the bullshit. I know what's up. Come correct. That's number one. That's with anybody though. Because have your shit together, have your proposal together, and just lay it out there, man. And then that way a person can make a decision if they want to do business with you or not. I get it. I get that often, a lot of times though, like sponsors, if they want me to promote their product, they'll sponsor my video if I like advertise their products in my video and stuff. Because on YouTube, you can get like, and people can message you like on YouTube and get like YouTube messages and stuff, right? And I can't even count how many messages I've gotten from people on YouTube. Okay, so I'm about to switch and do my second box because I'm running low on the first one. See, guys, it's empty. It's all gone. All right. So my next question, switching gears a little bit. This is in response to the video I made the other day about cuckold men. Somebody asked me, am I into cuckold? Like, dude, I know you saw my video I made the other day about cuckold men. And you asked me, am I in? Okay, now I need the knife again. I have scissors, but this is the thing. They're in storage. Fortunately, I got a storage unit here in LA. A whole bunch of shit in there. I gotta cut this top off. Thank God your girl's strong. Whew, easy peasy. All right, so for the person who asked me that question, I should say, just go back and watch that video I made on cuckold men. Am I into cuckold? I'm into the idea of it, I guess. But would I do it? As I said in the video, I don't think I would want to be involved in that kind of relationship. I don't know. Not where I'm at right now, at least. Nope. But apparently you are the person who asked me that question. Apparently you are. That's the thing, y'all. I can't leave this stuff in too long. I'd be afraid to have like chemicals in my hair too long. I'd be dang if my hair fall out. Oh no. Alright, what's the next question? Can you recommend or suggest any BDSM club near or in Soho? I had to ask this person, like, are you talking about New York City? I figured they were, though, because that is the main Soho. But I know in LA, they have this thing called NoHo, which stands for North Hollywood. And they also branded a new neighborhood in LA called South Hollywood, Soho. So they're trying to copy off of New York. But Soho in New York stands for South Houston Street. I know exactly where that is. And as far as do I know any BDSM clubs, that's the thing. When it comes to the BDSM world, culture, it's kind of underground. Even when I moved to LA, right, it took a while for me to even connect with the BDSM community. And how I did it was kind of unconventional. So I was working at my other former prac site. And this woman, this Caucasian woman, actually told me about. It's funny because I think she was writing, and I said, "What are you writing?" And she was writing in her journal or something. Or was she reading? She was doing one of the two, writing or reading, and I was being nosy, and I was just like, "Oh, what's that?" And she was like, "Oh, this is BDSM stuff," and I was like, "You into BDSM too?" And she was like, "Yeah." She told me she was, and I told her about like my interest in it, how I'm also a writer. I write BDSM erotic, and we connected like instantly on that, just talking about BDSM. And she told me like how she, was in a relationship. It was a kind of a it was a polygamous relationship. So she was with a guy, black guy, and it was her and her friend, female, with the black guy. So it was three of them, right? Three-person relationship, and he was a dom. They two were his subs, and she just told me a lot about like the different clubs out here in LA, which I didn't even know about. And this was, I think, back in 2017. I think she told me about this, but she told me about like all the different BDSM clubs. She made a list. Like she knew the clubs out here. Her boyfriend at the time, her dom, actually, I think, was friends with the owner of the very first black owned BDSM club. Like, she had really good connections to BDSM clubs out here. And she made this long ass list, which I think I still do have. I still have it. Of BDSM clubs throughout LA. I can't name them off the top of my head, but she told me about it. And so it's hard. I just say that to say that it's hard trying to find the BDSM community in any city, So I know, and even when I was living in New York, it was a little challenging, but not that challenging. You gotta just talk to people, get out there and talk to people. And for me, how I found the BDSM community was, I knew a dom before I moved to New York. I knew a dom. He introduced me to this community. I forget the name of it, but they have meetings, regular meetings, and they have like a small membership fee. I didn't pay for it. He paid for it for me. And the meetings are like kind of educational meetings, like workshops and stuff. So I went with him on those. And then I also was a member of FetLife. Oh, my baby daddy just went live, y'all. I just got a notification. My baby daddy just went live. I ain't telling y'all who he is. Y'all know who he is, though, but... But anywho, let me hurry up, y'all, for I had this shit in too long. So, yeah, I was a member of FetLife. I'm no longer a member of FetLife because they were just getting on my nerves on that dang on website. But that's also another community that you can find. I mean, I think it's helpful to be a member of FetLife for mainly one reason. That's just to network with other people and to find out about events, because that's one thing they do have. FetLife is like Facebook for BDSM people. And so they have groups, they have events that are posted specific to a person's city where you live. And you can find out what's happening in the city near you that's related to like BDSM. And so that's how I was able to find this one kind of underground BDSM club that I went to on my birthday when I was living in New York City. And I made a video on it. You guys have to just find it out. I may post it. But search... forget what I titled that video. BDSM. Oh, I think I saw it. I went to my first BDSM club or something like that on my birthday. Just put in those keywords. But yeah, I had so much fun, and it was like I said, it's underground, so it's like you got to know somebody. It's private invite. It's not like open to the public. They don't have like any postings or anything to say, oh, this is a BDSM club, like, or the name. They don't have that. I kind of like that too, because I'm talking about like very sensual stuff, grown people stuff. It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. So I like that. It's kind of inconspicuous. So I went there. I found out about that by this person who invited me on FetLife to that event. But as far as Soho, I don't know. I would just recommend to this person who asked me this question, just go on FetLife and type in that neighborhood, Soho. You can search, I think, by city or even neighborhood, and you can find different, BDSM related events where you live. That's just my best advice for that. I'm almost done. Let's see, I got three more plaits to go. Okay. Moving on along. But that would be something interesting because honestly, I want to get reconnected to the BDSM community because I got some events that I actually want to host too. And I told you guys that I'm going to open up my own BDSM club coming soon. Mark my word. Somebody asked me, do I like white guys? Y'all, we already talked about this before. I think people just be asking me questions because they just want to talk. Because I've been asked that question before. Do I like white guys? I've made a video about this same topic before. And I said that I'm open to interracial dating. But is it my preference? No. Why does this seem... This one seems lighter than the other mixture. Is it because I didn't shake it all the way? Oh shit. See, y'all, I'm talking. I didn't shake it all the way. Shake, shake, shake. But I've talked about, that I will be open to dating outside my race. Dating a white guy. But yeah, my preference, of course, is African American, black. I think shit, relationships are already a challenge. So can you imagine dating somebody from a different culture outside your race? That's just gonna complicate shit even more. I'm like, y'all know how many complications I have just dating within my race? We talking about dating outside the race? Yes, it is complicated because I'm not gonna say I'm complicated, but I'm just different. I have different desires and wishes that just aren't typical. It's kind of gonna be like, the color is gonna be like streakish, but it's just typical. I talked about this a whole nother video about like what are my interests and turn-ons and turn-offs in relationships. I'm a different kind of breed of a woman. So a lot of black men, I don't know, I didn't say black men, but just men, these modern day men are just different. They don't meet up to my expectations. I mean, it's a lot of good men out there, but I'm just like, I like them dominant. It's like, these men be afraid to just be dominant, be themselves, be the traditional man. That's what I like. We got to get back to that. We got to get back to the 60s kind of man, the 50s, the 40s. Like, I like those kind of men. When am I coming to Africa? I already answered that question. How do I get you on my radio show? Who's tuning in, by the way? Where are you guys watching from? I get asked that question too. And for people who have really been following me, y'all can see how the color is starting to set in a little bit. But for people who have really been following me, y'all will notice. Have y'all noticed that I have not done any radio interviews? I don't think I ever will. Like, to get me on a radio show, I gotta know you. I think I gotta really know the radio host for me to go on their show. I don't just go on anybody's show. And some radio hosts are disrespectful, yo. And I can see myself on a radio show, they asking me something, or we getting into a certain kind of conversation, and I'll be left the show. I'll just be like, you know what? Peace out. Take off the headset. I'm out of here. Adios. I have a different kind of personality, y'all. And the radio hosts gotta know how to work with people with different personalities. That's what it is. They don't. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that interview that who was it? Birdman did on a Breakfast Club. That nigga was there for like 2 minutes, and he felt disrespected. I think it was Charlamagne. Charlamagne like to fuck with people sometimes, right? And then dude's like, put some respect on my name. He felt disrespected. He got up and left. That's the kind of shit I'll be on. I just be like, dude, people be trying. You gotta have patience, I think, to be on these radio shows, and they just be this. Sometimes, you know, maybe doing it not intentionally, right? So if I can tell that, okay, the slight that came towards me wasn't intentional, then all right, I don't know. I might be a little bit more forgiving, right? If I see that it's not done intentionally. But if I see that a motherfucker is intentionally being disrespectful and you just being a dick or an asshole, I'm not about to sit up here. I don't care what kind of following you have, right? I'm not about to sit up here and be wasting my time and be disrespected on somebody's show blatantly. That ain't what I'm signing up for. And so basically, to answer that question, we have to have an understanding. Like, I have to know the host. We have to have an understanding. We have to have a discussion before the show. They can know, like, what questions to ask, where to go, where not to go, because we ain't doing that. I ain't for that. I'm not here for that. So, and I think in order for me to go on a show, like, you gotta have a reason, you know, to go. Like, I have to have something I'm promoting, which I have a lot of shit that, of course, I can promote on anybody's radio show. But right now, I'm more focused on school. So we'll see. We'll see. If you guys have a radio show and you maybe want me to come, like I said, I get people asking me that shit all the time. Can I do an interview with you? And I take it as an honor to be on people's radio show. Appreciate you, cuz. Yeah, I think I need to stop using like the regular deodorant, like that white roll-on stuff. Maybe that's not healthy, I heard. Look at my underarms. I don't know. What y'all think? It's a side question. Is that healthy to use? I think I use Secret. I don't want it to mess up my skin. Maybe I should try going natural. But then if you don't use deodorant, like, it might get a little musky. Ah. Yeah, I'm almost done. Alright. So, yeah. That's a good possibility. And then, last question. Another question I get asked a lot, which I kind of talked about this earlier when I was talking about being an influencer and sponsoring, like having people sponsor my videos, is how can I build a network with you? People want to like collaborate all the freaking time. First of all, don't send me a message on Facebook or YouTube. That's social media. I rarely read those messages. Like, if you're serious, send me a direct message to my personal, and I use for both personal and professional email address at author D Leach. Author as in the author of a book. I mean, my email address is everywhere. It's not hidden, so you guys can find out what my email address is. But send it to authordleach@gmail.com. You can also use the contact page on my website at danielleleach.com, which is my name, first and last name, danielleleach.com. And yeah, just let me know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, can I talk to you? People be beating around a bush. Oh shit, that shit fell right down on my dress. Yeah, people be wasting time. Oh, I think you are such a great person. I follow your videos. Come on. You don't want to come out. They be like, I follow your videos. I'm so inspired. And I get it, you know. You want to like soften me up. But that don't work with me. Like, when it comes to business, I like directness. I like when people are very direct. Get straight to the point. Say it what it is. And just move straight on along, you know. Get straight to the point. spell it out. Because I think this is the issue. I'm already a person that's very cautious and hesitant when it comes to doing anything with anybody. And so when I get some random message from someone I don't even know, yeah, of course I have to put my guard up. You telling me how much you like my videos, you know, you follow me and all this good stuff. That's good. That sounds good, but that's not going to make me lower my guard. I think what makes it appeal, like what would make your email appealing, your proposal appealing, is if you were, first of all, introduce who you are. Don't be sitting here all up on me. How much you like me? Okay, like I said, that sounds good. But let me know who you are. Tell me who you are, what you're doing, and why it would make sense for us to collaborate. And then we can go from there. Also, I think it got a lot to do with whatever your offer is. If it's something I'm not really interested in, then it makes sense why I may not respond to your proposal. But if it's something, let's say, like, I'm a vlogger, right? I like to do videos. So if you were saying, like, okay, well, let's collaborate and do a video together. Ha. See, you might have my interest. You might have my interest. Or if it's like a product that you want me to promote in one of my videos, right? Okay. Let me know what the product is, and we'll go from there. But if you sitting up here saying, like, I got a message the other day, somebody talking about basically trying to make me to go to work. I ain't going to work for nobody. That's not how I can collaborate with you. I'm not like about to be doing the footwork for your ass. Like, oh, if you sell this number of things in this amount of time, then you get a commission. I'm not a salesperson. I mean, I sell my own shit, but I'm not selling shit for another company. Like, no, that ain't what I'm doing. That ain't what I'm here for. But anywho, that makes the last question for this video. Unless you guys have a question that you want to drop below right now. It has to be quick though. If you got a question that you want me to answer within the next minute, drop it below and I'll get to it. Otherwise, I'm about to end this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today is going to be another great day. I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably let this sit in my hair for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to wash it out. And then style it. Y'all see how I did that? Hey, I used to do hair though back in the day. People be asking, that's another question I get asked, but this is more like in person I get asked, it's not online. Oh, you do hair? Can you do my hair? Hell no. My days of doing hair are over with. That was like back in I was like middle school, high school age when I used to do hair. I made good money too. I've been an entrepreneur. I used to braid hair. I used to do box braids, scalp braids. But not anymore. Just put this up here like this. Yeah, because it's the thing about doing hair, right? Like, people, they like consistency. So, I do somebody hair right. Of course they're going to like it. They're going to want to come back. I'm going to be like, oh, well, I'm busy. Like, you know, that's the issue. And I don't have time. I told this girl who asked me that when I was living in Hollywood. She was like, I'm looking for somebody to braid my boyfriend hair. I mean, he had dreads or something. Can you do his dreads? Can you maintain his dreads? Hell no. I'll try to explain to her, like, think about when you offer to do somebody hair, like, you got to be consistent. You got to be there when they need you to be there to do their hair. And I'm honest with you up front. Like, I don't have that time to do it. I can do it one time, but that's it. They want you to be there consistently, and I just don't have time. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. That makes the end of this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye. I hope my color comes out right. I'll probably let you guys see it. I don't know if I'm going to go live today again or not, but we'll see how this turns out. Hopefully it looks nice. Love you guys. Bye.